Good afternoon, Wilmington. Let's hear it for your 2023 NBA G League champ, Delaware Blue Coats. Coming up the back, give it up for Sebastian Saturn. The best physical therapist in all the league, Lee Applequist. Head strength and conditioning coach, Alex Cost. And athletic trainer, Nick Coyle. Let's give it up for Liz Jenkins. Director of Basketball Operations, Danielle Lyons. Assistant General Manager, give it up for Jameer Nelson. Our fearless leader, General Manager and Vice President of Player Personnel for your Philadelphia 76ers, Prosper Karagwa. Assistant Coach, Shamgod Jr. Assistant Coach, J.P. Clark. Assistant Coach, Isaiah Fox. The head coach of your Delaware Blue Coats, Kobe Carl. A 6'8" forward from Virginia, number 2, Braxton Key. A 6'7" forward from Oregon, number 23, Lou King. A 6'7" forward from UNLV, number 14, Pat McCaw. A 6'2" guard from Texas Tech, number 9, Mac McClung. And finally, a 6'4" guard from Tennessee, your finals MVP, Jaden Springer. MVP.
Well, it's not a parade down Market Street, which is what I was looking for, but this is pretty awesome, right? First of all, I want to congratulate Coach Carl and all his staff and all the team for their unbelievable run through the playoffs. We were all with them last year. Didn't work out so good, but we got the same team back this year and took them to the cleaners. I gotta admit, I'm gonna admit something in public right here. You're not gonna like it. But after we wiped them out here in Wilmington and we were headed to Texas, I was thinking maybe we could let up a little bit so they could come back and finish it and clinch it right here in Texas. But they were too good for that. They were too good for that. I can't tell you how exciting it is to have this team and all the excitement with the drum line and everything that happens when you go down to a game. I remember well when the Buccini people came to me and said, we want to build this facility and we want to have a basketball team there. It's going to be affiliated with the 76ers, and it's only going to cost the state $3.5 million. That is a hell of a deal if ever there was one. So, right? So a couple years later, we have our team affiliated with the 76ers, and they run the table and bring a championship back to Wilmington, and one of their players wins the slam dunk championship. And then I'm watching, and one of them wins the MVP of the G League. And like a week early, drops 20 against the Hawks for the 76ers in Atlanta. Like we almost have the 76ers right here in Wilmington. That's the way I look at it. And it's so exciting for our city. It's so exciting for our state. We want to congratulate all of you. And by the way, one of the coolest things that's happened, this is probably top 2 or 3 in my tenure here as 6 years as governor to have a championship team like this. But a week or 2 ago, we had the Wilmington Blue Bombers here to celebrate. These guys were 80-some years old. Wade Bellamy, how many people? I know our former Attorney General remembers Wade and the guys that used to play over at Salesianum. And for me as a kid, that was a really big deal. This is way, way better in every single way. Well, we celebrated them a couple weeks ago. We're celebrating this great team today, and I'm so delighted to be part of it. We have an investment in the facility down there. It's brought so much to our city and to our state, and I couldn't be more excited. I've got a proclamation. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it because it's not as exciting as seeing these guys and having the drum line here and hearing from the coach. And it's my privilege to introduce the G League champion coach, George Kobe Carl. I'm sorry.
I don't have much to say, but I think the first thing for me, the reason why I did this, I said this 2 weeks ago at our season ticket event, was our players. And, I learned so much from them. And I think it's just a great opportunity right now to acknowledge all their hard work and how they came together as a group. My father, as he alluded to, was George Carl. He coached in the NBA for 30-some years, and he was here for our playoff run while we were in town. And the first thing he said to me after game 1 was, you need to acknowledge your fans because they were incredible. So thank you, guys. And, lastly, my 2 daughters are here, and my beautiful wife. And, the reason that I do this and why I love sports so much is you bring people. We have guys from Africa. We have guys from all over the country coming together to do something that's selfless, right? And to win a championship, there's a sacrifice that's necessary. Our staff, our organization, our coaching staff, our support staff, they've done an incredible job. So I would like to recognize them as well. But when I got this job 2 years ago, I talked to Prosper, and I said I want to get connected to the city, and I want to understand what this city's about. And I think there's a couple people that have been with this organization from the start, but there's one person that is the spirit of this organization that has meant a ton to me and I think it means a ton to our community and what basketball can do for young men and young women. And Coach Joe, can you come? Coach Joe and his crew do so much for this community, for our organization, for me, for individuals in this organization. We've had 5, 6, 7 really hard conversations when I was down, and he brings incredible spirit to our group, and I think it's a great opportunity to acknowledge him. But thank you guys. Thank you for this opportunity to be in front of you, and thank our group. Thank you.
So the agenda here says Blue Coats player. Has somebody been designated as the speaker? Maybe we should have the MVP. What do you think? Should we have the MVP? MVP! 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 MVP!
Team could speak together.
There we go. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Get up there, man.
I just want to say thank y'all to everybody for supporting us all year, all the way up to this point, and I appreciate y'all.
Just appreciate y'all for sure. Y'all showed a lot of love, a lot of support to us. We weren't playing well, y'all were there with us. When we were, y'all were too. So appreciate y'all.
I just want to say I love y'all. I love the city. I love all y'all. I appreciate the support. The Kings gonna remain in the town, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Hello, is it Michael? Oh, yeah. Thank you guys. We appreciate you so much. The support all season has been phenomenal. We're excited and happy that we got to win a championship for you guys. And Wilmington, this is for you.
Yeah, just like everybody said, we traveled to all these G League situations, and being here, it felt like the most family atmosphere. So we can't thank you guys enough for that, and I think we're all just really happy to be a part of that, and we appreciate you guys.
All right, let's hear from the champion Blue Coats, Blue Rock.
Hey, y'all. What do you think about a public address system here? Come on, guys. Get this thing on here, will you? So I'm the mayor. I'm Mike Przicki, for those of you who don't know, and I'm delighted to be here, Charlie, and delighted to be here to congratulate these wonderful young men in the organization that delivered a championship to our city. Delaware used to be called the Small Wonder. And I keep thinking I got to talk to the governor because we have to change back. Now we got this name, Endless Discoveries. You can walk across the state in 20 minutes, but someone said, let's make it Endless Discoveries. We're a small wonder. Yes. We're a small wonder. We're a small place where everybody knows everybody. And yeah, I know, guys, it's not the Wells Fargo Center, but it's pretty nice digs, right? I mean, you travel around the country, it's pretty nice. And so, I just think about our city, our small city, with a small train station than anybody else has. Maybe our riverfront's a little smaller than everybody else, but we punch above our weight. We do a great job, and nothing exemplifies that more than these magnificent young men who came out and kicked tail. It's just, it's wonderful. So we're real proud of you. But let me ask you a question, though. I don't know what state you would be in, where if you won a championship, you would have the governor, the mayor, the county executive, lieutenant governor, members of council that have their share in the love, because that's how we are. It's a small community and we all know one another, and it means a lot to us, where in other places you might not get this kind of attention. More importantly, perhaps, we've got our members of council here. We have Council Member Harley, Cabrera, White, Johnson, Oliver, and in a moment I'm going to ask Council President Congo to come on up with us. The most remarkable thing that you've accomplished is we, for the first time, issued a joint tribute between the mayor and council. Never again in history have we done everything together. But you guys brought us together. Come on up, Trip. And just like and as the governor said, this is we've got a big tribute here for you as well, but we won't drag you through the same old stuff. We love you, we respect you, we're happy you're here. Council President Congo.
All right, thank you, Mayor Pazicki. I'm still hyped over that intro when the team was coming in. So I got to do the same thing for my colleagues on council. So representing the 1st District, we got Councilwoman Xanthia Oliver. representing the 1st District. I think I messed up. Representing the 1st District, we have Councilmember Vincent White. There he is. Representing the 4th District, we have Councilwoman Michelle Harley. Representing the 6th District, we have Councilmember Christopher Johnson. And I think Councilwoman Maria Cabrera, representing the whole city of Wilmington at large. And representing the Chief of Wilmington City Council, the Chief of Staff, we have Mona Parikh in the house. So thank you guys so much. And the mayor acknowledged that it's not the Wells Fargo Center, but not yet, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be rising to the top. We're going to go see you guys in Philly soon, so we can't wait for that moment. But don't forget about us. All right, we're going to show you some love, but show us the love when you make it to the big time. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. We look forward to celebrating with you. So at this time, I'm not sure what's next, but if you give me a basketball, I need to try out. Maybe not. Maybe not. This is what happened to me in high school, too. I got cut. So, Governor, please welcome the governor back.
This is a great celebration, but it's not over yet. If you weren't watching the last 76ers game, 3 of these guys were playing and brought a victory home to the Nets. And the game before, right after they won the championship, Jaden knocked down 20 anyway, right? So these guys are going to keep playing. We're going to root our 76ers home. But now, one last time, for the champions of the G League, the Wilmington Bluecoats. Coach!
Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Nick Alessandrini for DETV. And welcome inside DETV. Nick Alessandrini, Jason McCall, and Jason, it was an action-packed week for the Delaware Bluecoats. They are sitting right behind us, bringing home the G League Championship, a 2-0 sweep of the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, and they are back on Friday here to Wilmington. And now we are joined by head coach Kobe Carl. Coach, really appreciate you taking the time to join us. It's a great day here in Wilmington. Let's just rewind a little bit and head back to Thursday night. A big win. You complete the sweep. You bring home the championship. Just kind of walk us through your emotions from Thursday.
Well, it was a fun day. Obviously, just having the opportunity to win a game for a championship it doesn't come around very often. So that morning was preparation, the mentality, being around our guys with that opportunity. You could sense it with our group. They were focused and they were ready for it. And to end the night when there's zeros on the clocks with the advantage and the championship in hand, it's an incredible feeling that we as a group will forever remember.
And Coach, obviously a trip there last year, but able to get the job done this year. What kind of separated this group and allowed them to be champions?
Well, I think they were hungry. We had a lot of guys that have been to a couple finals appearances, and then we have some older guys that understood the situation and relished the opportunity. So I think that really benefited us. And obviously we had a lot of guys just make big plays when it matters, and that's what you need is players to step up when it matters most. And everyone had big plays. Luke came with the block, and Mac McClung with a couple big shots. James Springer's obviously MVP of our group, and everyone. You don't win a championship without everyone being part of it, staff and 1 through 13 on our roster as well.
And Coach, you just spoke here at Freedom Plaza a few moments ago. You mentioned your dad, George Carl, was there courtside on Tuesday for the game here in Wilmington. What's that kind of been like for you to kind of follow in his footsteps? Obviously a longtime coach in the NBA, but also embarking on your own journey as a coach as well.
Yeah, it's not always easy. He set some big shoes to fill, but opportunities like this don't come around too often to be a head coach at this level in a city that's thirsty for a team to have success and in a group that's kind of set up for success. I basically walked into the door with that opportunity presented to me by the organization. We were ready to win, and the one thing I have now is a championship. My dad, for however many years, never got the championship, so he can have all the NBA wins, the Hall of Fame career, but he'll never have a ring like we earned.
So there you have it. You got a ring. There you had it. Coach Kobe Carl, before we let you go here, just talk a little bit about this crowd. Obviously, all season long, you got to see him at the Chase Fieldhouse. But what's it like to kind of have this following here to be able to support you guys on the road to the championship?
Well, it's just an honor to be part of a group that can bring people together, and that's what sports is able to do. And to see the excitement in the individual fans when I can talk to them and see the energy in the building and the support that our players feel when they're on the court together, and when you walk out of that locker room, it's truly unique in our league, and not everyone gets that experience, and I'm just proud to be part of that.
Coach Kobe Carl, head coach of your Delaware Bluecoats and 2023 G League champions. Coach, congratulations, appreciate it, enjoy. Nick Alessandrini, back to Ivan. And here we are, DETV, Nick Alessandrini, Jason McCall, now joined by Braxton Key. Appreciate you joining us. So let's talk a little bit about this championship run. Last year didn't end quite the way we would have hoped, but here we are back this year. You had a little time away from the Bluecoats a little bit there, then made your return. What was it like coming back to this team and then going on this championship run?
It definitely was an adjustment. Just getting back with new players, similar coaches and everything, but new players, and we worked really hard. The team gelled really quickly right when I got here, and then we just got on a great run. Great coaching, great everything. So
Braxton, It's an honor to have you guys here, bringing home the championship back to Wilmington, Delaware. You know, we are a small state, small wonder, but we have a lot of big hopes and big aspirations here, and you guys are just making that come through and come true for us with this championship. So, what does it mean to you to be a G League champion? Did you play it out in your head? Like, have you dreams about it? Like, how do you feel?
It's great. I mean, it's great just to win, obviously, at any level. But to win at this level is great. It's a feeling that you want to feel every year, possibly. But to share with us and the fans and the city, it's amazing. Fans are great all year for us. They're there every game. So.
And a follow-up on that. So I know we had the bad taste in our mouths from last year. Was it sweeter to beat them on their home court since they beat us on our home court last year?
A lot of guys, we weren't sure if we want to win there or win here. We want to celebrate with our fans, but I think so. Winning on their floor was huge. I mean, they did it here last year, like you said. So winning there for sure was great.
And Braxton, we talked about last year's team. What was the difference kind of this year? Obviously a few new faces here with the Delaware Bluecoats, but what in your mind was the difference maker? What separated this group from groups in the past and everyone around the G League here in 2023?
I think our togetherness from top to bottom, from coaching staff to players to front office. Everybody was on the same page. Everyone was communicating really well, and it was a well-oiled machine. I mean, we're like a family of players. We all love each other, so we all want to see each other do well, and I think we did.
You heard it right there, a well-oiled machine. That's what the Bluecoats look like in the playoffs. Braxton, any final words to the people of Wilmington around after that championship?
I appreciate you guys all year for the support. If you haven't been to any Bluecoats games, come out next year. We'll definitely just put on a show for sure.
Going to have to try to go back-to-back next year. Braxton Key, Delaware Bluecoats, really appreciate his time. Nick Alcindrini and Jason McCall.
And now we do have a really, really special guest coming up next. We have the 2023 NBA Slam Dunk champion, also a 2023 NBA G League champion, 6'2" guard, Mac McClung. Welcome to the show. How do you feel, man?
I feel great, man. Just a sense of joy and kind of relief. We all worked really hard this year, and to see just to be rewarded was great.
Well, now you're 2 for 2 championships this year. You have a Slam Dunk title to hoist. Now you have a championship trophy. So how do you feel in this year coming from your basketball journey thus far?
I feel just kind of staying the course. You know, I feel like a lot of things people think happen, you know, real quick, but things happen over time. And I feel like, you know, we got rewarded, and, you know, maybe we'll go 3 for 3 and the Sixers will get one this year as well.
Why not?
That would be nice. And Mac, let's talk a little bit about some of the minutes you got over the weekend. A nice run over the weekend with the 76ers on the hardwood. Just talk a little bit about that experience. Obviously performing well, picking up right where you left off. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, you just always got to be ready. I think, you know, me, Lou, and Jane just got off the flight, and we were ready to play right then and there. But, yeah, it was just a lot of fun being out there, and it was great that they gave us that opportunity.
And how was it to kind of come into this group? Obviously, there was a few faces that had already been here last year. You probably heard about the loss in the finals to the Vipers last season here at the Fieldhouse. What was it like to kind of come into this group and settle in with this group and build that chemistry? And obviously, it worked out winning a championship.
Yeah, it was amazing. I almost felt like I lost in the finals last year just because of the culture we have. And, you know, we really wanted to get it this time, and I'm glad those guys got their revenge for sure.
Absolutely. Jason?
I think we're all
We
set.
got it. Mac McClung, appreciate you, sir. Enjoy the day. Thanks for coming down. Mac McClung, we got everybody here with the Delaware Bluecoats. Lou King, he's behind us. He's answered. Talking with some fans right now. We'll get him over in a little bit. But, Jason, the excitement is real. How about that? We were snuck up on. We got Braxton Key, head coach Kobe Carl, the dunk champ Mac McClung in the house, and hopefully Lou King, after he finishes up with some fans here, going to join us in a second.
Man, this is a great atmosphere today. I mean, look at it. People all around just enjoying, you know, the winning something. You know, it's always good when you win. But it's even sweeter when you share it amongst family and friends. So today's a great day, and we'll get Lou on here shortly. He finishes up. But I mean, I'm excited. How about you, man?
Man, I'm excited. It was really cool, and you heard the mayor talk. As we're welcome, Lou King. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate you here in Wilmington Freedom Plaza on DETV. NBA G League champ Lou King. Lou, let's talk about the block. We're going to start right there. We're going to lead off with it. Kind of run us through slow-mo in your head. How was that play? How did it unfold for you in front of you on the court there on Thursday night?
You know, it was just, I seen, you know, what the play was going to add up to, and it just added up to him, you know, having an open layup. So I just, you know, seen it. You know, I just took my time and just, you know, blocked the shot.
And kind of walk us through now the buzzer sounds, your emotions after you guys picked up that G League championship 2-0 sweep, the celebration, your emotions. How was it Thursday night when the clock hit zeros?
Man, it's an amazing feeling. You know, it's going to be in the hearts of Wilmington, Delaware for a long time. You know, it was just an amazing feeling. You know, I just been with the RGV team earlier this season. So, you know, it's just, you know, really emotional game for, you know, both sides. But, you know, it was just an amazing season because, you know, we deserved it and we grind out for the, you know, the whole season. So it was great.
Absolutely did.
So I know that the Blue Coats were the #1 scoring team in the league this year, but obviously you're blocked in championship game. But the defense all playoffs long is really what I think was the difference between last year's team and this year's current run. So can you explain about how the impact on the defensive side of the ball carried you guys to hoisting the trophy?
Man, we just took a lot of pride in the defensive side. You know, going into the playoffs, we knew what our defense would bring. And, you know, it just turned over a lot of guys. You know, we knew that, you know, leading the G League and, you know, scoring, you know, all that turnovers could turn into scoring, so on transition and everything. So that helped us a lot in the playoffs and non-playoff run. So, I mean, our first 2 games, we were up 20 in literally the first or the second quarter. So all that just, you know, added up.
So I just have one last question from my end here. Do you think you guys have a team to go back-to-back?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure what our future has in hold, but if they have the talent and, you know, the right organization as well next year, you know, I have no doubt.
Thank you for some time with us today, man. Good to have you, man.
Appreciate it.
King, appreciate it. G League champ, one of the biggest plays of the season on Thursday night. We appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Luke King. And now we welcome in Governor Carney. Governor, it's been a while since we had a chance to talk with you. Appreciate you. Come on in.
I was hoping to get up there on the desk or something.
That's right. We can't wait to have you back. We know we got the playoffs around the corner, so that's when we will NBA playoff preview. How would you like that? That sound good?
That would be great. I'm really excited for the playoffs. The Sixers are looking good. It was great to see our Blue Coats players playing for them the other night, taking the big victory last night against the Nets, and Springer played really well down in Atlanta. So it's just exciting to be able to see our Blue Coats actually playing at that level with our Sixers, you know?
Absolutely is. Here comes another special guest, Cody, joining us once again, getting the shot. Now, this is the gear. This is what you need. If you haven't got this yet, you got to pick this up. The shirt's phenomenal. Celebrate the championship. And Governor, we had you on last year at the Chase Fieldhouse. We all did a show for the G League Finals of 2022. Didn't end the way we maybe would have hoped, but here we are. Just a year later, they're hoisting that trophy. What has it been like to kind of follow this team on this journey to the way to the championship?
First of all, it was really good to get revenge from the Vipers because they were a little bit obnoxious, I thought, in winning last year. They won on our court, which was disappointing. We had fun. We had good players. I think was it Marvin Powell who played, was Miles Powell, and I guess he's playing in China now. It's just great to see these young men come through, do well, especially they're playing in the big team up with the Sixers here at the end of the season, and that's just a lot of fun. And we got good basketball all through the winter, which is gets us to the spring, gets us to the good weather.
That's true.
So, Governor, do you think that some of this magic on this championship run can rub off for your beloved Sixers?
I hope so. I love the Sixers. They've been playing pretty well when they have their full complement out there, you know. So hopefully with the Nets, I think we can handle the Nets. But, you know, once they get into playing Milwaukee and Boston, that's going to really test them, you know. And so Joel's going to have to come up big, and they got to get points from Harden and the rest, and you know, get some support from their bench as well.
So now let's kind of take a look to next year, right? Champions this year. What do the Blue Coats got to do now? We're not seeing what faces we'll see back here in Wilmington next year, but now there's going to be a level of excellence that's going to have to be, you know, met here from next year's team to kind of defend this championship. What do they got to do now next year as well?
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that's hard to predict, I guess, is who's coming back, right? You know, I love watching Charlie Brown Jr. He's a St. Joe's guy, and so I watched him there in college and love to see him come back. You know, we had B-Ball Paul for a while, and then he's up with the Sixers. You want them to do that. You know, I want Springer to graduate, if you will, and continue to do what he's doing. He dropped 20 the other night. McGlone dropped 20 and 10 assists against the Nets. Now, it wasn't their first group, but you want these guys to go to the next level, but then you feel bad when they do. So I don't really know how it works in terms of who comes in next, but you want to keep having competitive teams, you know.
Again, it's been a heck of a season at the Fieldhouse, capped off by a G League championship by our Delaware Blue Coats. Governor Carney, closing words to the city of Wilmington celebrating this title.
This is one of the best things that's happened for Wilmington and for the state of Delaware in a long time, and I'm really excited to be part of it. If I would have thought that the state investment that we have in the 76ers field house would bring such great things, we would have tried to do it sooner, I guess. But I never would have imagined. It really turned out to be a great thing.
Governor Carney, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir. And we got a nice team photo as we're going to be welcomed in. Mayor Przicki. Mayor, you just got done speaking here to everyone at Freedom Plaza. Just talk a little bit about what it's been like to keep up with the Bluecoats and to see them raise that trophy and the celebration that we all just got to participate in today.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know, we've been watching these guys for a couple of years now, and it's been stumbles and not looking like they're ready for the big game, and all of a sudden they just kind of go like a bandit, and all of a sudden there they are. They won everything. Holy cow, that was great. So I've seen them play this year. I mean, I think they're great athletes. They do a good job, but everybody's trying. The other guys are trying too. So
that's right. Even though we looked so good this past week.
So I wanted to go back earlier during the celebration itself, where we talked about all the bipartisanship celebrating the team. How did it feel to have everybody here?
It's good. Well, I tell people, you're in New York City and you got a problem. You want to call the governor. You might get 3 layers down. You might not. You won't get the assistant or the assistant's assistant. You'll be down here. Here, we go like, hey, pretty cool. Governor's here, mayor's here, lieutenant governor's here, county exec. It's a family. We all know one another. This stuff is all personal to us. It's not like just another ribbon cutting. No, we're proud of these guys.
So would you say
they live here? We're proud they live here. They spend their money here. No lie,
Yeah, absolutely. We're thrilled to have them.
On Market Street.
Yeah, so would you say that you got a great return on your investment?
We had an unbelievable return. So I think the governor said they spent $3.5 million. He calls it the best $3.5 million he ever spent. We spent $1 million. It's a bargain for us. I mean, you go down to that place and see the number of kids that are in that building every single day. And they're kids from my neighborhoods right behind me. They're kids from out in Hocus. They're all over the place. But they're all kids doing what kids are supposed to do in a world where we're worried all these kids are home, get their devices, stare at that thing, no brain cells working. Sorry, no disrespect. But we got all these kids doing what we think they're supposed to be doing, going to the gym, getting yourself better, developing your skills, your sense of self. That's all really important to us. So, not only right in the building, you got them out on the soccer fields. It's a huge return on our investment. It's not dollars and cents. It's wellness. Really big deal.
Absolutely, and such a sense of family here in Wilmington today, celebrating such a big event with our Delaware Bluecoats. And Mayor, we're going to have to just run it back next year, right?
There you go.
There you have it, Mayor Przicki. Championship again. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. And again, Mayor Przicki, you're mayor of Wilmington, honoring again the Delaware Bluecoats. Jason, it's been phenomenal. And here we go.
And we gotta have our guy,
the guy that used to join us up on the desk.
Our former colleague.
That's right.
He knows me more, but he's big time. We're in the championship now. Hey,
man, it's amazing. But real quick before we even get started, and Amon, come here. These are my right and left hand. This season has been so amazing. You always see me in the community, but these two have stepped it up, and this is what it's all about. Let this youth do what they do. This new generation is amazing, and it's going to be the ones. They're going to be the ones that take us to the next level, and that's how we got to this championship right now. So I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, and I love them. And DETV has always been there from the days in the basement. I ain't gonna tell all the business, Ivan, but from the days in the basement. Saquon, you remember when I was dancing and being everything, man. And it's just amazing. Delaware, I've always said it. Delaware will support you if they know that you really, really care. And I have a great pastor that always said, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So when you care, this state, this city is what it's all about. The Bluecoats, we came with a promise that we would be in the community, and we never slipped. It's all about leadership. We want to thank Larry Milai, our president, Alex Joe, vice president. And that's what it's all about. And it's been an amazing, and we want to thank all of you guys for supporting us, being there for us. And I know it's always saying, it sounds like a cliche, but for those that really know me, we love you, Delaware. We love you, Wilmington. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're NBA G League champs. You're Delaware Bluecoats. I'm Joe Richmond, ambassador of basketball for your Delaware Bluecoats.
Yeah, that's a drop it right there. Joe Richmond.
Mic drop action right there.
He never disappoints. One of the best you heard. Close person. Now let's bring in Larry Milai and Matthew Meyer, County Executive. We've got a slew of big guests here today. And Larry, we had a chance. We sat with you at the field house last year during that playoff run. We were back again this year in 2023. Just talk a little bit about this championship run the Blue Coats had and being able just to be a part of it.
It was amazing. It's 3 years in the making, honestly. I mean, we back-to-back, G League finals, climbing that mountain, and then we finally got to the top and planted our flag, and we're G League champs. It's awesome.
And again, obviously you mentioned last year, how fresh was that in your mind, not only to begin the season, but once you found out, hey, we're going up against the Vipers again this season. Did redemption, was that on your mind a little bit?
Absolutely. It's who we wanted all along. And I think they won it in our house, and we were able to go back and pay them back.
It's only right. It's only right to be able to hold that trophy down in Texas. We were thrilled to see it on Thursday, and hopefully next year, a similar run will be in store for our Delaware Blue.
Let's make it a 4-peat.
There you go. Sounds good. Larry Milai, thanks so much, Larry. Appreciate it. Let's enjoy this championship and enjoy the rest of it. Thank you, sir.
You guys have been out here a while. I just have one thing to say.
We got to give you the right intro, Matthew.
That's literally a mic drop.
And now here we go, capping off the big event with County Executive Matthew Meyer. Matthew, we talked to you on Tuesday at the Chase Fieldhouse, a phenomenal event. The Blue Coats, they were like a fine-tuned machine that day.
I told you we were planning the parade then. I held up the towel. I said we were scheduling the parade. I told people, don't say that. Don't be. But all I got to say is this. I'm a big Philadelphia Union fan. I'm actually a big soccer fan. Philadelphia Union had a great season. They went to the championship and they lost in the last minute to Los Angeles. And then I'm the biggest Philly. I went up to the World Series. The Phillies were going to win it, and then they ran into the Astros and they didn't quite get it. And the Eagles, man, I'm all about the Eagles. I'm all about the Eagles.
Having a heartbreak right now.
And the Eagles, they came. They were going to win. They had it won in the third quarter. We were already saying, and then the Chiefs, Mahomes, and it was over. And then I was at the Blue Coats the other night. And we got the world champ. Well, we did in Newcastle County what Philadelphia could not do. We did here in Newcastle County. We did in Delaware, the Blue Coats, with DETV telling the story. Every day we did it here, and it's something we should really be proud of. I was just saying to Larry, looking at that trophy, I don't know in Delaware's the first state, the oldest state in the country. I don't know if we've ever had a national title trophy in our state, owned by our state. It truly
might be something to check.
Might be a first. Yeah. Ivan told me you guys know everything. They said in sports, everything. But I think that is there another time that our state has ever had a national trophy? So I don't know.
Off the top of my head.
Not the top of my head either. No, not at all.
And not that I remember, and that's maybe all that matters. So thanks so much for your coverage, guys. It's a great day in Delaware.
We appreciate it, Matthew Meyer. Thank you so much. And again, let's run it back next year. A great amount of guests here, Jason. This was just a phenomenal celebration overall here at Freedom Plaza in Wilmington, celebrating that G League championship for our Delaware Blue Coats.
Yeah, even we had a mic drop impromptu by myself here. So celebrating everything. It's among us, all around us. But to you, Nick, it's been a great season covering Blue Coats. And we're going to keep going. So
that's right. Make sure to tune in DETV Sports on Monday nights going forward. And again, it's going to be a great year, capped off with the G League Championship. The Blue Coats, they're champs in 2023. Let's run it back next year. We'll see you at the Fieldhouse in 23-24. For Nick Alessandrini and Jason McCall, DETV.